thought we could take a better look at it here on the bench. Let me take the body off so we can kind of see how it ended up. Welcome back to the workbench, where we try to make things. We're continuing to try to make today is AMT's 1955 Chevrolet Cameo. This is for the Mars Garage shop truck, which is part of our celebration build series, I think we'll call it. And if you'd like to get caught up on this build, check the description down below. There's a link there for you to a playlist, get you completely caught up to where we are right now. And where we are right now is actually working on the interior. And I think last episode, I probably said the interior was pretty much finished. Well, I forgot something that we had talked about that was very important that we were going to do to the interior, and that was add a blanket to the bench seat. So what I thought I would do this episode, so I don't forget again, is show you guys basically how I went about making what is, I think I'm saying this right, Serape blanket. Serape. I think that's how you, Serape. I bet it's Serape. One of those Mexican style blankets that Mars Garage uses a lot in his build. So I wanted to kind of give tribute to that and make sure to include one in this build. And I thought I'd show you exactly how I went about it. And what I did first, or the step number one in the tandem C garage steps of a blanket is get you a template. Go to the internet, get you a template. This is what I did. I found this one on the internet that had a kind of a template of the colors, and it had a lot of different color patterns. So I thought it'd be a good one to use. So I went this route, and then we're going to need thread, string, I don't know, whatever you call this stuff here that I found at the old Lobby of Hobbies. $3.49. I don't think you can beat it. I got a whole heap load of different colors and strings in one pack. The brand is Iris. I don't know. It was string. It was all kind of bright colors. I thought it would work perfect. And then got some double-sided tape. So this is the way that I think this will probably work. We're gonna give this a go with some double-sided tape. Because what I did is I took a piece of styrene. I wanted something just really nice, flat and smooth. And I drew out the square that I needed. So I had measured needing about 1 3/4 by 2.5 inches the blanket to be about that size to work with the bench seat we have. So I drew that on to some styrene, and then I took the double-sided tape and covered that area, that penciled in rectangle. I made sure to overlap a little bit, so obviously we have some, we need some overlap there, but I covered it with the double-sided tape. And then I could just start laying in strings. I just using my template, using my pattern, I just cut small lengths of string, obviously lengths of string that were more than 1 3/4 inches long, and started laying them in. And the most important part, I think, here was getting them smoothed down onto the double-sided tape, so stuck well. I just used the back. I used the backside of my fingernails. What I ended up using. Originally, I tried using some different tools, but just use the backside of your fingernail. But what's I think most important is when you start laying down the next row of string. Definitely make sure and get it pressed in against that first row or wherever you're at, the previous row of string. Just making to close those gaps, I think, was the most important thing. And then I actually went back and kind of doubled up those colors because I wanted to make them a little thicker. In other words, have some broader stripes, some thinner stripes. And the only way I could do that is to lay 2 strings for a broader stripe and 1 string for a thin stripe, if that makes sense. And then from there, I just stuck to my pattern, just followed the pattern that I had printed out, tried to keep it going. And basically the pattern ended up being, I don't know, I guess what I would call a 1-2-1. It'd be 1 string, then 2. So a 1 width color, 2 width color, 1 width color, 2 width color, if that makes sense. So kind of like, I was just kind of calling it a 1-2-1 pattern. And then I ran color patterns. I ran those color patterns all the way to a double black, which kind of gave it what I felt like was kind of like a border, or like a, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll call it a border. And then from there, I was able to then reverse the pattern. So I thought that would look kind of nice. We ran that color pattern into that double black and then reverse the pattern out of that double black. And basically just ran that, set that reverse pattern until I got the length of the blanket, that was needed. Yeah, and then from there, most of these blankets I've seen kind of have the fringes at the bottom. So like it usually is like a fringy white. I don't know how to say that, but it was, so I kind of try to add that in. I added some little shortcut pieces of white to the side that's going to show. So just one, because one side is going to fold behind the seat. So I just needed the fringes basically on one side. And then it was just a matter of and this was the scary part, or at least the part that made me worried the most, was pulling the tape. So pulling the tape and all the string and everything all stuck together off of our shape pattern, off of our styrene, I guess we'll say, which it actually came off not too difficultly. So it worked pretty well. And then I was able to cut it down to the actual size. And what was nice is when I pulled that double-sided tape off, and I didn't show this in a picture, but when I pulled that double-sided tape off, it actually pulled some of the pencil with it. So on the backside, there was pencil lines I could follow just to cut, the blanket into the right shape. And then that's what gave us, our final product, basically the final blanket. And I thought we could take a better look at it here on the bench. Let me take the body off so we can kind of see how it ended up looking. So actually, let me pull the seat out and I can show you. I actually had a lot more length than probably I really needed. So this is just on here by the double-sided tape. So, right, I started on this side. So here's the little fringes we kind of made. Hopefully you can see that. And I think it probably looks better if you kind of fray them a little bit, which I might do that a little bit more. But then I just taped it, kind of tucked it in here and then taped, when I say taped it, it's just using the double-sided tape, the back side of the double-sided tape, and I just pushed it onto the seat and then wrapped it around. And I don't know. I think it came out pretty good. I think it looks all right. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys think, or what, how you think it turned out. Honestly, this should probably, like I have, well, because the seat, that's probably about right, but you probably want this this side here to kind of just free float a little bit, because it would be just hanging. I'll just kind of touch it like that. I think that works okay. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you have to say and what you think about it. I don't know. If you try one also, if you give one a try, let me know. Let me know how it turns out. Email me, hit the email down in the description. I'd love to see how yours turn out too. I think, if you really wanted to get detailed, each one of these, what I'm calling strings that I used, I think are 2 or 3, I can't even tell how many, maybe 2 or 3 strands of string that are twisted together. If you really want to get detailed, you could go in there and pull those strands apart and use each one individually and really get like a really fine patterned blanket. I might do that at some point. I don't know. I don't know if I have the patience, but you really could do a pretty cool blanket that way. I think if you really broke it down into its single strands. I don't know. Again, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I think for next week, we need to, get to work with probably what I was talking about. I think what I was talking about last time, get to work with the motor. So I've got the motor 3D printed. So hopefully when we get together next week, I'll have that assembled. We can kind of take a look. I'll do the same thing, same process, take some photographs, maybe some video, whatever we need to see the process of putting the motor together. And then we can take an overview of it and an update of it next week. If you remember right, it's a big block with double turbos. It's going to be with twin turbos. It's going to be a pretty cool motor. So I'm kind of excited to get to work on that. But anyways, let me know what you think about the build so far. Didn't get much done because this blanket took a little bit of time. It took a little bit of time to get to do. So about all I got done this week for the build. But I think it's a very cool touch and a very cool, like I said, tribute to Mars Garage. But anyways, give me those comments down below. Love to hear what you have to say. If this is the kind of thing you're interested in, I guess hit that subscribe button. We passed 10,000, pushing for 20,000. Hit that subscribe button if you would. Hit the like button, hit the hype button, do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I've got a big old block motor I got to get put together for this thing. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.